Hello, I'm Mrs. Lawson, and I'm excited that you are watching this video because that means you're in one of my classes this year. I'm going to talk about a few things. I'll give you an outline real quick. I'm going to give you a really brief bio about myself, and then I'm going to talk about the classes that I teach, and then we'll talk about the expectations and what to expect this school year. Okay. First, I'm again Mrs. Lawson. I'm starting my 24th year here at North White. Believe it or not, I'm also a North White graduate, so this has been my home forever, it seems like. Okay, I have two kids. Actually, you can see them right there. I have my oldest son will be a sophomore in college, and my youngest son is a junior in high school, and really proud of both of them. Okay, I've been married for a long time. I teach a lot of different classes here. I'm a senior class sponsor. I'm the high school student council sponsor. I sit on a lot of committees, but I enjoy all of them very, very much. Okay. The other thing I'm going to talk about are the classes that I teach, and this is where you might have to fast forward through some of this. I'm what they call a shared teacher. So what that means is I teach both middle school and high school classes. I don't just teach all middle school. So the high school class that I teach is called High School Health and Wellness. So it's the required course for graduation. Then I teach 8th grade PCC. That'll be new for me this year. That's usually a class that's in the high school, and Mrs. Lear typically does that, but they are allowing me to teach 2 of those sections this year. So if you're an 8th grader, you might have PCC, which stands for Preparing for College and Careers. It's a really great course, and I'm looking forward to that. I also, second semester, will teach 8th grade FACS, Family and Consumer Science, and that ties right into the whole curriculum and standards for the FACS department. And then I'm also one of the middle school health and PE teachers, okay? And PE for middle school is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, usually mixed into one class. So those are the classes that I teach. I do want to hit on them for each one for just a little bit if I could. Let's go back to high school health. So if you're a high school student and or a parent and you're watching this video, high school students, the expectation is that you are a high school student now, and this is a class that's required for graduation. You do receive credit. You need to make sure you're putting your best foot forward every single day. Okay. I have a textbook. It is not online. I don't use it often. High school health is a lot different. I teach it a lot different. I still meet the standards. I still cover those state standards, but I deliver it a lot differently. So it's not a lot of note taking, but I do incorporate a lot of writing, a lot of deeper thinking type questioning, things that when you walk away at the end of the semester, my number one goal is that you are a better human being and you have learned how to prepare yourself for life in the real world in all aspects. I always tell people that I can relate any topic to health. And so we talk about a lot of topics, okay? And some more defined than what we did when you were in middle school health, okay? So be prepared for that, you high school students. It's a great class, it really is, and you will learn a lot, believe it or not, even though we're not going chapter by chapter in the book. Okay, I do use a lot of online resources, so it's expected that you have your Chromebook and it's charged every single day. That is nothing new. That is, I bet every teacher is putting that in their video. So it's the expectation. You come to class ready to go. Middle school students, let's start with PE and health first because that's something that you're probably familiar with. If you're a 6th grader, this will all be new. But for the 7th and 8th graders that were here last year, this will make more sense. This will be common knowledge for you. We do have some changes this year, obviously, because of the COVID restrictions and the guidelines that we have to follow. But that doesn't mean we can't have class. This is important, for middle school PE classes. At this point in time, we are not changing clothes. That might make some of you very, very happy. When we met as a PE department, we met 2 or 3 times this summer. We've been in contact with health officials. We just cannot social distance in the locker room, and we cannot, because there's high school classes going on at the same time. And so we chose to, and we decided collectively that middle school students will not be changing clothes for PE class right now. That is subject to change if and when the guidelines and restrictions are lifted. However, with that being said, we expect you to come to PE class every day prepared for some activity. And what that looks like, or what that means, is we would love for you to come to class every day in comfortable clothing. Because if the weather's nice, we're still going to go outside, we're going to social distance, we're going to do some recreational activities, we might walk on the track. We'll do several things that you'll want to be in comfortable clothes. So ladies, I wouldn't dress up every day in heels and high heels, because that's not, going to work in PE class. You can, just make sure you bring tennis shoes when it's time for PE. So you can dress up. I don't want to mislead anybody. But middle school students are not changing in the locker room. We're not changing clothes right now. High school will. High school students, if you're listening to this and you are in a PE class with Mr. Hubbard, you will be changing clothes. You are accredited class. You get credit for it for graduation, so you will be using the locker room. And you'll learn about that in his video. For my 8th grade PCC, Preparing for College and Careers class, it is exactly what it says it is. We are preparing you. It is a class that's preparing you for college or the workforce. Okay? It's very, very important information. I'm excited to be teaching it. I think you're going to walk away, and you might even say to yourself, what do I need this information for? But I think you're gonna really enjoy it. Okay, so those are the classes that I teach. I will provide you with information online, Google Classroom. You'll get all that first day or two that we're in school. So don't fret about needing anything extra. For the expectations for my class, I kind of hung this sign right here. I hope you can read it. Maybe it's backwards on the camera. I don't know. I try to put things into an acronym, an abbreviation, if you will, because I think it's easy to remember things. My expectations are probably not any different than any other teacher, in all honesty. We kind of know what we want from everybody in class. Okay, so again, I apologize if this is backwards. Sorry. So first, we expect you to be prepared for class. Come with your pens and pencils. Come with paper. Come with a folder. That's expected. Come with your Chromebook. It's expected. It's a tool you should bring to class every single day. Every day. And not just bring it, but bring it charged and ready to go. Be prepared. Part of the life skill that you should walk away from any class is the more organized you are, the better off things will be for you down the road. Okay? I promise. So be prepared. Pens, pencils, paper. I prefer you to have a folder. You don't need a binder, but just a folder, 2-pocket folder. Because there will be papers, and sometimes we'll pull those papers out. Sometimes you'll refer to them back and forth. So I think you need a folder. And it's not something that you fold up and stick in your pocket or stick in your Chromebook pouch. You need to make sure that you have a folder to put those papers in. Get yourself organized. Start planning for that. Okay? The R, as far as my classroom expectations, is a no-brainer. It's respect. Always, always, always be respectful. You respect yourself first, and that a lot of people don't understand that. But my personal opinion is you can't respect other people if you don't respect yourself. So take care of your stuff, keep yourself organized, come prepared, come on time. Again, all those things are showing signs of respect. And then it's much easier to show respect towards another human being, okay? So if you respect yourself, then you'll respect others as well. So respect. I'm not going to go through your stuff. I don't expect you to go through my stuff. Just if you need a pencil, ask. I will let you borrow one or keep it. The I for my classroom pride is inquisitive, and basically ask questions. Ask questions. That's what we want you to do. If you don't know something, if you didn't understand, ask questions. However, don't ask if you haven't tried on your own first. I totally support asking questions, but you need to make sure you try to do a few things on your own. Look for it, click on a couple links, reread the paragraph instead of, I can't do it. Okay, so there is a difference. Ask questions. Let me know if you need help. I'm there to help you. Okay. The next thing is being determined or having determination, and make a decision and make good decisions. Make positive decisions. We all have to make decisions every single day. Every single day. And just because you get to be an adult sometime in the future doesn't mean the decision making gets easier. It just means you still have to make a choice. So make a choice and deal with it, whatever that is. Okay? The last one, the E, stands for being efficient. We all get in a slump. We all get in a position where we just don't feel like it. Okay. But use your time wisely. If you have class time where I can be here and walk around the room and help you out, then I expect you to be working on my work. If you get done with my work and you want to work on another class assignment, you want to work on math, you want to work on social studies or whatever, then I'm fine with that. But please don't use my class time to work on something that you need to get turned in by next hour. Okay, that's not using your time efficiently. So be efficient, get your work done, get it done timely. Doesn't matter if you're virtual this year or this semester or you're in class, use your time wisely. Okay? And then I always hope that you enjoy coming to class. There are professions out there, there are jobs out there, careers that people dread going to every day. And this is your job right now, students. This is your job, to be educated and do your part to be better educated. And I hope you come to class every day and walk away learning something new and having a good time. Are you going to enjoy it every day? Nope. But do you enjoy it most days? I hope so. I really do. I'm pretty easy to get along with. I am a rule follower, so if it says something in the handbook, I'm going to follow it. So keep that in mind. But I want you to have fun and be a better learner than you were the day before, the week before, and definitely by the end of the year. Okay? We're going to have a great year. I know it. There's going to be changes, and change is okay. Sometimes we don't like change, but it's okay. We're going to be okay. So if you have any questions, parents, specifically for you, it's easiest to email me. If you can't email me and you need to call or set up an appointment, I'm flexible with that as well. But please reach out to me. I will be talking with each of you or communicating in some form. And we're going to have a great year, all of us. Okay? If you see this video and you still have questions, email me. Let's get on it. Okay? Have a great afternoon. Enjoy your time. See ya.